Japan is a land where tradition meets futuristic innovation, creating an atmosphere unlike anywhere else. This documentary takes you deep inside its unique culture, quirks, and extraordinary way of life. There is a growing trend of interracial dating in Japan. Interracial dating in Japan has become increasingly visible in recent years, particularly in larger cities like Tokyo and Osaka, where international communities thrive. As Japan opens up more to global influences, meeting foreigners through work, travel, or even dating apps has become commonplace. Japanese women, especially younger generations, are more open to dating partners from different cultural backgrounds, finding curiosity and excitement in experiencing perspectives outside of their own traditions. While Japan is still considered a relatively homogeneous society, globalization has created more opportunities for intercultural connections. One factor driving this trend is the influence of international media and pop culture. Exposure to foreign films, music, and social platforms has normalized cross-cultural relationships, making them less taboo than they might have been in the past. Foreign men in particular often report that Japanese women appreciate qualities such as direct communication, openness, and emotional expressiveness, which may contrast with more reserved norms in traditional Japanese dating. Likewise, many Japanese women see interracial dating as a way to broaden their horizons, learn languages, and engage with lifestyles different from their own. This dynamic has fostered a more accepting attitude toward diverse relationships, especially among younger generations who travel abroad or study in international environments. However, challenges remain. Some conservative segments of society may still hold traditional views on marriage and family, and interracial couples may occasionally face curiosity, social scrutiny, or misunderstandings. Even so, these barriers are gradually breaking down as mixed couples become more common and visible in Japanese society. Interracial marriages are rising, and children from these unions are increasingly celebrated as symbols of a more global Japan. While dating in Japan still requires sensitivity to cultural expectations, the growing trend of interracial relationships highlights a shift toward openness, diversity, and blending traditions with modern values. The land of robots. In Japan, robots are no longer confined to science fiction. They've stepped into everyday life. Walk into certain hotels, and you may be greeted not by a human receptionist, but by a humanoid robot with a polite bow and flawless Japanese. In themed cafes, robots take orders, deliver drinks, or even engage customers in light conversation, creating a surreal blend of hospitality and futuristic technology. For visitors, it feels like stepping into tomorrow, where machines and humans share the same social spaces. Beyond entertainment, Japan's robotics industry has found profound purpose in caregiving. With an aging population, nearly a third of Japanese citizens are over 65. Robots are assisting in nursing homes by lifting patients, monitoring their health, and providing companionship. Some can read emotions through facial recognition, offering comfort to the elderly who might otherwise feel isolated. These innovations reflect Japan's unique approach, not replacing humans, but using technology to support and enhance human dignity. Factories and research labs push this frontier even further. From robot teachers that help children learn English to robotic exoskeletons that give workers extra strength, the applications are vast and practical. In a culture that balances ancient tradition with cutting-edge progress, Japan's embrace of robots feels natural, even inevitable. Here, machines are not feared but welcomed, as partners in shaping a future where technology seamlessly blends with human life. Train punctuality, obsession. In Japan, trains are not just transportation, they are a national symbol of precision. The famed Shinkansen, or bullet train, glides across the country at speeds up to 320 kilometers per hour, yet it is not the speed alone that amazes the world, but its punctuality. The average delay is measured in seconds, not minutes, and if a train arrives even half a minute late, station staff feel compelled to apologize to passengers. This near-perfect timing has become a matter of pride, reflecting Japan's culture of discipline, responsibility, and respect for people's time. The obsession with punctuality is backed by a meticulous system. Every train follows a timetable planned to the second, with synchronized schedules ensuring smooth arrivals and departures across a vast network. Conductors rehearse their movements with precision, engineers undergo rigorous training, and advanced technology constantly monitors rail conditions. Even in heavy rain, snow, or earthquakes, the Shinkansen rarely falters. This flawless coordination allows millions to commute daily with confidence, knowing they can plan their lives down to the minute. But beyond efficiency, Japan's train culture symbolizes trust between society and technology. A worker relying on a train to arrive exactly at 7:02 a.m. knows it will. Tourists marvel at the quiet efficiency of boarding, the spotless carriages, and the seamless journeys. The punctuality of Japanese trains is more than logistics. It is a reflection of national character, a blend of dedication and pride that makes every journey an experience in reliability. Vending Machine Wonderland. Japan's streets are lined with silent shopkeepers in the form of vending machines, and there are more than 4 million of them scattered across the country. While most of the world associates vending machines with soft drinks or snacks, Japan takes the idea to another level. Here, you can buy steaming bowls of ramen, freshly brewed coffee, or even a warm can of corn soup on a chilly winter night. On hot days, machines offer ice cream, chilled water, or exotic sodas. The sheer variety transforms a simple transaction into a miniature adventure. But the offerings go far beyond food and drink. Japanese vending machines sell umbrellas when it suddenly rains, batteries when your device dies, and neckties if you've forgotten one for work. In some places, you'll even find machines dispensing fresh flowers, surgical masks, or quirky toys. Each machine is carefully placed to serve a purpose, blending convenience with creativity in a way that feels distinctly Japanese. They light up quiet side streets, railway stations, and even remote mountain paths, ensuring that comfort is never far away. What makes this wonderland possible is Japan's combination of safety, efficiency, and a love for innovation. With low crime rates, machines stand unguarded yet untouched, operating smoothly day and night. For locals, they're part of daily life. For travelers, they're a cultural curiosity that feels almost futuristic. Japan's vending machines aren't just about convenience. They're a glimpse into a society that transforms the ordinary into something extraordinary. Square watermelons. In Japan, even fruit can be an art form, and nothing proves this better than the famous square watermelons. Farmers in regions like Kagawa began experimenting decades ago by placing young melons into transparent cube-shaped molds. As the fruit grows, it takes on the perfect shape of the container, resulting in a geometric marvel that looks more like modern design than something grown in a field. The idea was originally practical. Cube-shaped melons are easier to stack, transport, and fit neatly into refrigerators, solving a simple storage problem with creative flair. Over time, however, these unusual fruits became luxury items. Square watermelons are often sold as novelty gifts, fetching high prices in department stores and markets. Many are harvested before ripening fully, meaning they're valued more for their unique shape than their sweetness. Their polished appearance, often displayed in decorative packaging, makes them a symbol of elegance, creativity, and Japan's quirky dedication to perfection. For visitors, spotting one in a shop window feels like discovering a piece of edible art. The square watermelon also reflects Japan's cultural blend of innovation and aesthetics. Farmers could have stuck to tradition, but instead, they reimagined something ordinary and made it extraordinary. Today, alongside cube-shaped varieties, there are also heart-shaped and pyramid-shaped melons, each one showcasing how ingenuity can transform even the simplest foods. In Japan, fruit is not just for eating. It is a reflection of imagination, beauty, and the joy of redefining the everyday. Capsule hotels are in high demand. In the heart of Japan's bustling cities, where every square meter counts, capsule hotels offer a uniquely futuristic solution. Instead of sprawling rooms, guests step into compact sleeping pods that provide just enough space to lie down, store essentials, and rest. Rows of capsules are neatly stacked like honeycombs, each equipped with a bed, lighting controls, power outlets, and sometimes even a small TV. Despite their size, these pods are designed for comfort, blending efficiency with the minimalist charm Japan is famous for. What began in Osaka in the late 1970s as an affordable option for salarymen who missed the last train home has since become a cultural phenomenon. Today, capsule hotels welcome business travelers, budget tourists, and even curious adventurers looking for an unconventional stay. Many are surprisingly stylish, offering shared lounges, sleek showers, and even gender-specific floors for added privacy. Some modern versions cater to luxury seekers, with high-tech capsules that feel like stepping into a spaceship. Beyond practicality, capsule hotels capture the spirit of Japanese innovation, maximizing utility while minimizing space. In a society where urban density is a constant challenge, these sleeping pods show how design can turn constraints into opportunities. For travelers, staying in a capsule hotel is more than a night's rest. It's a glimpse into Japan's vision of the future, where compact living is not just efficient, but also an unforgettable experience. Toilets of the future. In Japan, even the bathroom feels like a step into the future. Toilets here are more than just fixtures. They're marvels of technology designed for ultimate comfort and cleanliness. Heated seats greet you on cold mornings, while adjustable built-in bidets ensure perfect hygiene with just the push of a button. Many even feature warm air dryers, eliminating the need for paper altogether. For visitors, the first encounter with a Japanese toilet often inspires both surprise and fascination. But the innovations don't stop there. Some models play gentle music or sound effects to mask any noise, catering to Japan's strong sense of politeness. Others release automatic deodorizing sprays, keeping the air fresh no matter how busy the restroom may be. In high-tech public bathrooms, lids lift automatically as you enter, lights glow softly, and touch-free controls make the experience seamless and hygienic. What might feel futuristic elsewhere is simply standard in Japanese households and public spaces. These toilets of the future reflect a deeper cultural value, attention to detail and respect for others. They turn an everyday necessity into a moment of relaxation and care. While tourists marvel at them, locals see them as a natural extension of Japan's pursuit of comfort, efficiency, and innovation. In a country where technology meets tradition at every corner, even a trip to the restroom becomes an unforgettable part of the journey. Japan's themed love hotels. Hidden among Japan's neon-lit streets are the famous love hotels, quirky retreats designed to offer couples privacy with a playful twist. Unlike traditional hotels, these short-stay accommodations focus on creativity and atmosphere. Rooms are often decorated with bold themes. One might resemble a medieval castle with stone walls and chandeliers, while another transforms into a spaceship with glowing control panels and metallic interiors. Some even mimic tropical jungles, complete with vines, waterfalls, and animal sounds. The result is an experience that feels both intimate and adventurous. Love hotels emerged in post-war Japan, when couples sought private spaces away from crowded homes and busy cities. Over time, they evolved into a cultural phenomenon, blending practicality with entertainment. Guests can book by the hour or stay overnight, making them accessible to both locals and curious travelers. Many offer unexpected luxuries like karaoke machines, jacuzzis, mirrored ceilings, or futuristic lighting systems that change color at the touch of a button. The anonymity of automated check-ins adds to the discreet charm. Beyond their playful eccentricity, love hotels reflect Japan's openness to reimagining even the most ordinary aspects of life. They transform accommodation into an escape, where fantasy and reality blur for a few hours. For visitors, staying in a love hotel can be more than just curiosity. It's a window into a fascinating subculture where design, innovation, and romance collide in unforgettable ways. Pikachu Planes. High above the clouds, Japan has turned air travel into a playground for anime fans with its Pokémon-themed airplanes. Japan Airlines and other carriers have flown jets painted in bright colors, featuring enormous Pikachus grinning from the fuselage alongside other beloved characters like Jigglypuff, Charizard, and Squirtle. From the moment passengers spot the plane on the runway, it feels less like boarding a flight and more like stepping into an adventure straight out of the Pokémon world. The fun continues inside the cabin. Seats are decorated with themed headrest covers, flight attendants wear playful aprons, and even the snacks and drinks often come in Pokémon-branded packaging. Children receive collectible toys or trading cards, while announcements are sometimes accompanied by the cheerful voice of Pikachu. The goal is to make flying not just about reaching a destination, but about enjoying the journey itself. For fans, it's a dream come true, blending travel with nostalgia and pop culture. These Pikachu planes symbolize Japan's ability to infuse everyday experiences with creativity and joy. What could be a routine flight instead becomes a memory passengers carry long after landing. They also highlight how deeply Pokémon has become woven into Japanese identity, representing both national pride and global influence. For those lucky enough to board one, soaring through the sky with Pikachu is more than traveling. It's pure magic at 30,000 feet. Ghost trains operated in Japan. In Japanese folklore, the railways hold mysteries far beyond timetables and tracks. Among the most haunting tales is that of the ghost trains, phantom carriages said to appear at night, gliding silently through the countryside. Known in some stories as white trains, these spectral locomotives are believed to carry the spirits of the dead on their final journey. Locals whisper of faint lights glowing along empty tracks, and the eerie sound of wheels turning when no scheduled train is due. For many, it's not just a story, but a reminder of the thin veil between the living and the spirit world. These legends often intertwine with Japan's deep respect for ancestors and the belief that spirits linger close to the places they once loved. Ghost train sightings are particularly tied to rural areas where misty valleys and abandoned stations add to the sense of mystery. Some say the trains stop to pick up wandering souls, while others claim they vanish into the mountains, never to be seen again. The symbolism reflects a journey of transition, where the railways serve as pathways between two worlds. Though modern Japan is known for bullet trains and flawless schedules, ghost train folklore endures, showing how tradition and technology coexist. Travelers riding late-night routes sometimes feel a chill, wondering if their train shares the tracks with unseen passengers. Whether real or imagined, ghost trains capture the poetic beauty of Japanese storytelling, where even the rails hum with echoes of the past. Endless anime in Japan. In Japan, anime is more than entertainment. It's a cultural heartbeat that resonates across the globe. From epic adventures like Naruto and One Piece to heartwarming stories such as My Neighbor Totoro, anime spans every genre imaginable. Thousands of series have been produced, offering something for every taste: romance, fantasy, sci-fi, or slice of life. For many fans, anime isn't just a pastime, but a gateway into the Japanese language, traditions, and imagination, making the country the undisputed capital of animated storytelling. Behind the colorful worlds on screen lies a massive industry powered by creativity and dedication. Japan is home to more than 130 voice acting schools, training performers who bring characters to life with emotion and depth. Voice actors, or sayu, often become celebrities in their own right, adored by fans for their distinctive styles. Studios like Toei Animation and Kyoto Animation have become legendary, pushing artistic boundaries while crafting stories that stay etched in memory for generations. The influence of anime extends far beyond television. It shapes fashion, inspires video games, and draws millions to conventions every year. In Tokyo's Akihabara district, entire shops and cafes celebrate beloved characters, while tourists travel just to visit real-life locations featured in famous series. Endless anime means endless discovery, where fantasy and reality blend seamlessly. Japan has not only created an art form, but also built a cultural phenomenon that continues to enchant the world. Slurping etiquette. In Japan, dining etiquette takes a surprising twist when it comes to noodles. While in many cultures slurping is frowned upon, here it is not only acceptable, but encouraged. Whether it's a steaming bowl of ramen, soba, or udon, loudly slurping your noodles signals to the chef that you are savoring the flavors. The sound is seen as a compliment, a way of showing gratitude for the effort and skill that went into the dish. For first-time visitors, it can feel unusual, but soon the joyful chorus of slurps becomes part of the dining experience. Beyond manners, slurping has a practical purpose. By drawing in both noodles and air at the same time, diners cool the food slightly, making it easier to eat while still hot. This technique also enhances the flavor by aerating the broth, allowing the rich umami notes to fully bloom on the palate. Skilled noodle lovers even manage to finish an entire bowl without ever setting down their chopsticks, creating a rhythm of dipping, slurping, and sipping that feels almost like an art form. This cultural nuance highlights Japan's deep respect for food and the social bonds it creates. Eating is never just about nourishment. It's about connection, appreciation, and joy. So when you sit at a bustling ramen shop counter, don't be shy. Join in, slurp proudly, and know that with every sound, you're honoring a tradition that turns a simple meal into a celebration. Samurai legacy is still alive. The samurai may have disappeared as a warrior class in the 19th century, but their spirit continues to shape Japan's identity. For centuries, these armored warriors lived by Bushido, the way of the warrior, a strict code built on loyalty, courage, and honor. While their swords no longer guard castles, the values they embodied, discipline, respect, and self-sacrifice remain deeply woven into Japanese culture. From martial arts dojos to the quiet rituals of tea ceremonies, echoes of the samurai still resonate in modern life. The legacy of the samurai can be seen in Japan's commitment to discipline and excellence. The same precision once demanded on the battlefield is mirrored in everything from the flawless timing of bullet trains to the perfection of sushi making. Schools and workplaces encourage endurance and perseverance, reflecting the samurai ideal of pushing beyond personal limits. Even in business negotiations or sports competitions, the emphasis on respect, ritual, and honor carries shades of the warrior's code, proving that the samurai spirit never truly vanished. It simply transformed. Today, the samurai endure not only as symbols of history, but also as icons of inspiration. Museums preserve their armor and swords, films and anime bring their stories to life, and festivals celebrate their traditions. Yet beyond the imagery, the real inheritance lies in the mindset, a belief that dignity and honor matter as much as success. The samurai legacy reminds Japan and the world that strength is not only in the sword, but in the spirit. Strange Kit Kat flavors, only in Japan. Japan has transformed the simple Kit Kat into a cultural phenomenon, boasting over 300 unusual flavors that surprise and delight travelers. From matcha green tea and sweet potato to wasabi and sake, these creations go far beyond the classic chocolate bar known worldwide. Each flavor reflects a blend of tradition and innovation, often tied to local ingredients and regional pride. For example, Shinshu apple Kit Kats are found in Nagano, while Hokkaido specializes in melon and baked corn varieties. This regional exclusivity makes collecting Kit Kats almost like a delicious treasure hunt across the country. The obsession with Kit Kats in Japan is partly fueled by wordplay. The brand name sounds like kitokatsu, a phrase meaning surely win in Japanese. This clever linguistic twist has turned Kit Kats into good luck charms, especially for students facing exams. Limited editions often become souvenirs, adding a sense of fun and discovery to what might otherwise be an everyday snack. Seasonal releases, such as cherry blossoms in spring or roasted chestnuts in autumn, also reflect Japan's deep cultural connection to the changing seasons, making the candy more than just a treat. It becomes part of an experience. For visitors, tasting these eccentric flavors is almost like tasting Japan itself. Every bite carries a hint of local culture, from the fiery bite of wasabi to the delicate sweetness of sakura. Kit Kats in Japan are not simply candy bars, but edible postcards that capture the country's creativity, humor, and love for turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. People are pushed into trains. Tokyo's morning rush hour is legendary, and at the heart of this daily spectacle are the oshiya, or train pushers. Dressed neatly in uniforms and white gloves, their job is as literal as it sounds, to push passengers into already crammed subway cars. With millions commuting every day, space is scarce, and the oshiya ensure that every available inch is used. To outsiders, the sight might look shocking, even chaotic. But in Japan's hyper-efficient rail system, it's just another part of the daily rhythm. The role of the oshiya dates back to the 1960s, when Tokyo's population exploded and its train network strained under the pressure. Far from being aggressive, the pushers are trained to be polite, using gentle but firm movements to fit riders safely inside. Passengers themselves cooperate, understanding the necessity of the ritual, and remarkably, tempers rarely flare. This combination of order and cooperation reflects a broader Japanese cultural value, the willingness to sacrifice personal comfort for the collective good. What makes this phenomenon even more fascinating is how smoothly it all operates. Despite the sheer density of people packed into each car, trains depart on time, often to the very second. The Osha, rather than being resented, are seen as guardians of punctuality, ensuring that Tokyo's lifeline keeps running. For visitors, witnessing the scene is unforgettable, an intense, almost surreal dance of precision and pressure that reveals the extraordinary lengths Japan goes to maintain harmony in the world's busiest metropolis. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Japan's eccentric wonders. If you enjoyed exploring with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible travel documentaries.